closing remarks, into which particular area I've put Ian Anderson, also working with Winchester University. So I've got three contributions to Winchester, no bias on my part whatsoever. Ian, if you'd like to make your way up to the stage, I'll do the introduction. What Ian is doing, and why I've asked him to come at this point, is that we want some outcomes from this particular day. We want some action. It's not just a talking shop like the Westminster Media Forum. One of the action points, because Ian was introduced to me about a month ago, is he's putting together a survey which will give us facts and figures about the readiness and the willingness of the higher education sector, starting with the BJTC colleges, but going way beyond, to show how ready and how well equipped the university sector is to deal with local TV and involve itself with local TV. Over to you, Ian.
Good, okay. Thank you very much indeed, Steve. And I'm very conscious we're deep into lunchtime now, so I'll try and keep this as brief as possible. Yes, that's absolutely right what Steve was saying, and I'm sort of on the verge of just finalising the kind of questions of the survey. So I need to talk to some of you and get your feedback from that.
We'll email it to everybody, and you can all take a look at it, because I've got comments to make, and everybody who's on our list will email it to everybody.
Okay, yeah, I'd be very, very grateful for that. So really, the questions I really want to ask is, you know, we've heard impressive plans from Lincoln and from Fred in Sunderland. You know, the basic question, is that the exception, or are there other people out there who've got similar plans? What are the kind of facts on the ground here, if you like? Because I'm hoping it'll be a fairly simple bit of research really that will help to move the debate on and give people at the DCMS something to chew on. Because obviously at the moment they can say, well, there's something here, something there, but actually what's the real picture, what's going on? So if we can, as I say, get a bit more empirical evidence about what people are doing, what their plans are, what their attitudes are, how far in the water do we want to dip our toes into getting involved with commercial partners, getting involved with community organisations. Are these partnerships, you know, how possible are these? What are the drawbacks? What are the benefits? You know, what issues, one as you people mentioned to me this morning, you know, well, part of the problem about getting involved with higher education is, well, what happens in August? What happens at Christmas? You know, just logistical things like that, which commercial partners would be possibly working with, would be at the, you know, quite close to the forefront of their minds, I suspect, because there's a kind of culture difference between higher education and, say, NewsQuest or something like that, which we can all imagine. So those are the kind of questions, really. And also, you know, can we tease out partnership models that look to be working better? You know, could they work? And I was very interested to hear the US examples that we were just talking about. That's really interesting. So that's probably about enough from me. So there are 36, aren't there? 36 BJTC centres at the moment. So I'd like to try and...
Maybe slightly more than that.
Maybe even more. So I'd like to really get a sense of what the facts are on the ground. And I think you said, if I could just make one closing remark, and I think actually Phil referred to this a bit earlier actually, that I mean, what an amazing week for us to be gathering together like this, and let's not forget that good national journalism comes from good local journalism. And if there's ever a week to make that point, and if we can reinvigorate, you know, what we're trying to do here, I think, is find a way of reinvigorating strong local journalism. And how important is that task in this week? I just leave that thought with you in the sense of why this matters, why we're all here, why it matters. And I think actually it matters a lot for the future if you care about journalism. So I'll just leave you with that thought. And thank you for any help you can give me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ian. Thank you very much. And I have said to Ian that he may have to do a bit of chasing. As Jim will know from frequently doing our census, there's a degree of chasing as well. That brings us to the end of today. I just wanted to to one or two outcomes. One of the suggestions that I want to make, and I'll make for the BJTC Council meeting this afternoon, is that we put together something like the Colleges and Universities for Local TV and Association, because I'm delighted to see Ravensbourne here. I went to York University, there's York St John. There's a lot more people involved in creating content in films and so forth who should be involved in this process and can make a contribution to local TV. So my suggestion is that we put together a separate but parallel organisation that promotes this particular interest and works with people like Jamie and all the other people who are involved in local TV in developing a very strong and resilient sector. The other thing that I would say in closing is that this day has been a real revelation for me as well, in that I've learnt lots of things myself that I did not know. And I think what it has shown is that there is an enormous enthusiasm and wealth of experience that we can deploy and make to work for the benefit of the whole community, for the benefit of our colleges, and for the benefit of the whole of the UK, if you like. We can have local TV and we can play a major part in that. Thank you very much indeed.
I just wonder, in the final couple of minutes, I know you're urging for your lunch, but are there any points anybody does want to pick up immediately? If not, obviously our panellists are going to be hanging around, and you're more than welcome to come and grab hold of them and ask your questions over lunch. And just a reminder that those attending the BJTC AGM, it's in a room that way, and we'll be starting at 2 o'clock. Thank you very much.